Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Good God, has it been a while. And even tonight, forces were conspiring against me here to not be able to do a show. Yesterday, we had a really good two guests lined up. Both of these guests independently flaked. I'll talk about what's wrong with people. I'll talk about what's wrong with people soon. One of them I was really excited to have was a comedian that was in town for the week, but we'll get him back next time he's in town. But, sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands, so let's do it. Merry Christmas. As you can see, we have Christmased up the joint around here with lights and stuff. I think this is the second show I've done since Thanksgiving. Since I've been home for Thanksgiving because I have been back-to-back sick. When I first got back from New York City, I had a cold. I can go a year without getting sick, and then I just get sick. So I had a cold, and then that got better for like 2 days. I went to last Monday night. I went to the Killers concert at the Palms. It was a really good show. I don't know how these who comes up with like these the production of these shows. This is too much. So much money and waste. It was great. It was a great show. But immediately after that show, I started feeling ill in my stomach. And I was like, I think I drank too much. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't drink like an obscene amount. But I just haven't been drinking a lot. I don't really drink that much. And I had like a few scotches. And I think I was like, oh, fuck, I think I drank too much. And I didn't really eat that much today. So my stomach's upset. Next day, I wake up. I'm in like paralyzing pain. In my stomach. Like every time I move, I get up, I'm nauseous. And the only time I feel decent is if I'm like sitting or laying down. So I just started sleeping a lot. And I think what happened is I ate something and I got food poisoning from it. But have you ever had, this is one of the most disgusting conversations you'll ever hear. So tune out or skip forward if you're not into this. But it was like there was something in my stomach, like a team just producing gas. I was walking around my own place trying to be comfortable, and I'm burping profusely. Like, not how you burp, like if you drink something too fast or you just eat a big meal too fast or something like that, where you expect to burp. Like if you wolfed down like 9 slices of pizza and a Mr. Pibb and rinsed it down with some Sunny D and some mouthwash, and then you let out a big belch, everybody would be like, oh, shit. That seems about right. I was walking around here just burping like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, trying to make the Wonka Vader come back from the fizzy lifting drink. I don't remember the movie, but the point is, it was just disgusting. And for 3 days, just nausea, not being able to do anything. Like I even like to sit up and use my laptop was nauseating. So I just sat on my fucking phone. I watched a ton of Netflix. More Netflix than I think I've ever watched. And I got to talk more about Netflix in a minute. Because after watching them for like 3 straight days, I've developed some new thoughts on Netflix. I don't think they're bad. Well, I'll save it. The point is, just burping melting over here. And I had no appetite. Like I didn't want to eat anything. I had no Judd appetite. And just fucking miserable. And the only thing I could do, and you know what I did? I probably ordered $38 million, give or take, in Amazon stuff. Like all I did was sit around and order shit for my house. Way too much smart thing. I'm getting into smart stuff with the whole Apple HomeKit, with all the lights and the stuff. I want to get a switch. I want to get a smart switch for my fireplace. I have a gas fireplace. It's on a light switch, so you flick it and the fireplace lights up. But you can get that. You can like install a smart switch, and then just have that like turn on at a certain time, or turn on if you're home. You know, at motion set, like you can have lights like have the light on if it's dark, and there's motion detected in this room within an hour. Like you can just set it up to do all this crazy shit. And then when you're bored, you're like just reading about it. Just like, oh, you can get that. Oh, you can get that. And you just start ordering all this shit about a vacuum cleaner that's like sucking the life out of me. This thing sucks the floor like it's afraid that the floor is going to leave it. I don't know. It's fucking good. But I just bought too much shit. I just ordered too much shit. You spend too much money because you're sitting there on Amazon. If you just sit on Amazon and browse Amazon, you will spend your whole entire life savings. They have everything you could ever want. It's too much. I think Mikey in Edinburgh is gonna call in. It's 6 a.m. where he's at, and he's bitching about it. It's really 5 a.m. I don't know if he knows how to do times. Isn't it 5 there? No, it's 10. So yeah, it's 6. I guess he does know how to do times. Mikey, you know how to do times. Congratulations. I'd love to talk with you about some ideas I have for next year's Edinburgh show. In about an hour and a half or whatever, I got to go pick up Chef at the airport. I am tracking his flight. If anybody wants to take bets on him dying, he is on Frontier flight 1585. So look that one up. It's Frontier 1585 from Tampa to Las Vegas. He's in the air right now. He's 3/4 of the way there. He's about an hour and 15 minutes from landing. And we are rooting for the Jew to make it here. It's been a while. And I do have a note up for him. Hanukkah is for Jews. Hanukkah is for Jews. Hanukkah is for Jews. And he's, if you're like, wow, Frontier. Never even heard of that airline. Yeah, you're correct. No one has heard of this airline. It's like the cheapest thing you could ever fly. He doesn't even pack a bag because he doesn't like to pay for bags. So he just wears the clothes he has on, and then he makes me take him to Walmart where he buys one package of white Hanes or Fruit of the Loom t-shirts, like the 3 for $3. A pack of socks and a pack of underwear. And then he hand washes those down by the creek. And when he gets on Frontier, he carries that. He doesn't even bring a carry-on because some of these airlines will charge for a carry-on. And he'll have to shove them on his body. He wears them on his body. And then he sits in his seat, and he doesn't even take the, like he has T-Mobile. And if you have T-Mobile, another one of the perks of having them, aside from them being like A, good service, and B, super cheap, they give away the T-Mobile Tuesday stuff, and you also get free Wi-Fi and free texting on every flight, on every airline. This is like, as long as it's the go-go wireless when you're flying, you will get free Wi-Fi and texting on every flight with T-Mobile. But he won't even try to go on that. He won't even pull that up on his phone because he's too Jewish. You should see how Jewish Chef is now. Now that he's a father, he's become so Jewish. We're going to have him on. I'm going to try to get him to do PMs and the AMs while he's here in the mornings. So if you're in the Overdose, look for those. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Sign up for the PMs and the AMs. During this downtime period, I did do PM and the AM, so Overdose members got that. But I do apologize for the it's just been brutal. It's just been unable to move, brutal. And then like as soon as I think I was better, like one night I went out to a show, and one night I thought, oh, where did I go the next night? The next night I just went to watch a show, and like as soon as I'm out and as soon as I do something, I feel like shit again. Like I feel it, and I'm still not right. Nothing's wrong, and I couldn't like put my hand on it, but it's not good. I have to Skype because I'm cheap. Like, yeah, I expect you to Skype, Mikey, and then you can use video, and we can put you up on the big screen. I would love to see that. Frontier 1585. Look for it. So he's up there. He won't even log on to the free Wi-Fi. He's afraid somehow it'll charge him on his bill. And then he'd have to talk to them on the phone, and time is money when you're Jewish. And then he won't even, like, if they come around with the free peanuts, he refuses to take the free peanuts. He won't allow it. Doesn't partake. He thinks at the end you might have to pay, like it's a restaurant where you like pay up at the register on your way out. He won't even do it. He won't go to the bathroom. Some of the airlines charge in a bathroom. He goes and asks. He makes the flight attendant take him up to the pilot. He asks the pilot. He brings a sick bag up, one of the vomit bags, and he brings that up to the cockpit. And he goes, "Are you sure these are free? Are you sure these are free?" And then he makes the pilot tell him they're free. And then he goes back to his seat and he slowly fills that with piss on the whole flight. He won't drink a drink. He won't move. He won't even use the overhead bins. He won't accept help or charity from anyone. So it'll be great to have Chef here. Oh, God. So, yeah, I watched a lot of Netflix stuff. I do have to say this before I get into shitting on Netflix. Some of their stuff is great, is outstanding. The stuff that I've seen that I would recommend recently is Shot in the Dark. This is like a real life reality show that follows these stringers. If you saw the movie Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal, it's where he like chases accidents and shit and like films the footage and then tries to sell that to the news like an independent, videographer for tragedies and shit. But it's like those real guys in Los Angeles, like following them around doing that. It's pretty interesting. And it's like every other reality show. They're just pussies with fast car. It's like Fast and the Furious meets what's the show where they go and empty out the storage unit? Storage Wars. It's Storage Wars. There's a great documentary called Voyeur about this guy who owned a fucking motel like in the 70s and 80s that he like built this crawl space up above it to like crawl down every night. Every night he would do this, and he would watch people down through the vents in the hotel rooms have sex, talk, masturbate, eat. One time he saw a murder, and it's about this guy's shit. I think it's called Voyeur. And then what was the other really good one? The Andy Kaufman one with Jim Carrey. That was all right. Oh God, there was something else really, really good. Long Shot. The Long Shot. It's a documentary about the guy who got exonerated for a murder because he was at a Dodgers game in Los Angeles that they happened to be filming Curb Your Enthusiasm at, and it's the one where you use the parking the carpool lane with the prostitute to get through traffic. It's that episode, and he needed an alibi and he couldn't prove he was at that game, but they happened to be shooting Curb Your Enthusiasm there, and then they used the footage to get the guy off a murder. Pretty good documentary. So Netflix has all this great shit. And then they have a lot of like really low rent, weird shit. There's a documentary. I get an email the other day from Netflix, my pal Netflix. I get an email and it's like, Patrick, based on your watching, we've been watching you watching it. And based on all of it, we think you would love this show called Discovering Bigfoot or Bigfoot Discover Time or something like that. Are you Skyping in, Mike? Because you just said I'm going to Skype in, but you never actually Skyped in. I will watch for your thing, but I haven't seen you try. Okay. So I watched this documentary. This one is worth a watch, I would say, just to see how bad and full of shit this guy is. Like, it is fucking awful. Really, really bad. So it's about a guy who takes two scientists, like PhD guys, up into the mountains, and he's going to show them where he has seen Bigfoot. He knows there's a tribe of Bigfoot living, and he's going to bring these guys up for definitive proof. He brings these guys up there. It's like there's some like primitive teepees built. Skype helper wants to do what with my what? Hold on, guys. I have to enter a password for Skype helper. Okay, Skype's booting up. Maybe you weren't able to get in because Skype crashed when the computer... Okay, hold on 1 second, you piece of shit. Everybody's so upset. Choose your theme. I don't need... You know what I don't need to run Skype? Like some sort of weird... Oh my God. Listen to that shit. That's horrifying. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's about time.
Well, I can do without the asshole stuff.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. So, how are you? This is Mike from Edinburgh, everybody. Wow, we waited for this, huh?
Well, you can carry on with what you're doing. It's, I don't know, like I said, about 6 in the morning, so...
6 in the morning, and this is what you do with your time.
Yeah, waiting up for you, basically.
Wow, they've updated Skype, and this is the gayest application I've ever used.
I've not looked at it in a long time. Since the last time I called you, I've not looked at it. So it's
Can you believe that I have to plan for Edinburgh next year already if I want to do this?
I was going to bring that up, but yeah, whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
Such in about 4 weeks' time.
No, I need to apply before then. I need to get in early.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm probably going to apply in like 2 weeks.
Minute or two? What are we talking about?
I'm doing 3 shows.
Okay. So one's planned, obviously. One's a basic show.
3 hours a day. 3 hours a day.
Uh-huh. That's fine. That's doable.
You know what? We might actually appreciate that kind of stability in our schedule.
Yeah. Because it might mean that we actually get up early, we actually do stuff during the day, and we actually do a night stuff. Well, what time are you thinking about the last one? Because that's a kicker, really.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm playing with an idea right now. I don't want to say it yet because I don't want to commit to it. But I'm playing with an idea right now that could be very, very dangerous.
Okay. That sounds awfully either early or awfully late. And I don't like either.
Well, it would be about helping men.
Oh God, that sounds even worse.
Navigate today's difficult, sexual harassment climate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking yeah, okay. I get where we're going at you now. it's stuff we talked about last year.
No, it's not the transgendered thing.
Oh, right. Okay, then I'm way off.
No, this would be just a white male telling people how it is.
Okay.
Which will never go over well with critics.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm beyond caring.
Yeah. And you have to be, I guess.
First of all, last year, or 2 years ago, I was given 2 stars. I can't go much farther down.
No, you can't.
You can't come in and give me 0 stars, so I'm fine.
No, we can get 1, but we were always aiming for 1, really. It's 1 or 5.
I'm done collecting stars.
Yeah.
We got rid of star on this show years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm playing with it. I'm gonna take some note. Chef will keep me busy this next couple of days, I think, playing poker. But
okay.
I got some ideas.
What's the chat of Sean come out this? I said this year.
Hold on, before we go any further, I think you owe me something.
Do I?
Yeah, I think you have to say something to me. I think I'm due a little something, given the current climate of where we're at.
Is this about Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Oh. Sure, yeah. Thank you for giving me more money that I'm probably not due and probably shouldn't have. But yeah, thank you for making me more richer than what I already am.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're bragging about being rich. You bought
But yeah,
Bitcoin
no,
when it was $6,000. You thought that was too much, and now it's 19,000 as we sit here and talk. And you were telling me I gotta sell it because it can't really go much higher, can it? Like, what does that even mean? What a weird made up thing to say.
What?
Why would you just make up this arbitrary line and go, it can't really go higher, can it? Like, why would you say that?
Because I just feel like it probably won't go any higher.
Why do you feel that way? You probably felt that way at 10,000.
I feel that way. Yeah.
You probably felt that way at 10,000.
No, I generally feel like it won't go any higher now. Maybe on like another 5 or 6.
I want you guys. When I tell you Mikey's a smart person, I know you don't believe me when you hear him talk like this. You genuinely believe it will never go higher now.
No, not as much as it has done for the last like year.
You don't think it'll be like 100,000 next year?
Oh God, it's only been 6 months.
You don't think it'll be 100,000 next year?
No, I can't see it.
Why can't you see it when you just saw it go 100 times this year?
I know, but like the thing is, I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell it. Like I said to you, I think I texted you about 6 or 7 months ago. I said it's going to be like an experiment for me, just buying it. So it's really just.
I love how crazy everybody's
threw away and just thought
people are going crazy.
Cool.
So you can trade Bitcoin futures now. It's legal, which means you can basically short it. So people can bet against Bitcoin right now. Bet like you can go on the stock market.
I need you back in my life. I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Yeah, we gotta. I want to start the Consider This podcast again, maybe in February when I get done with all my shit. But I don't know if I believe in Bitcoin anymore. I think I might be switching to Bitcoin Cash.
To actual like paper money.
No, there's another coin called Bitcoin Cash.
Oh God, no.
And it's like a fork off of Bitcoin, but I believe it. And we might sell all the.
So this is something I should buy into now.
Yeah, well,
something you know of that I don't really believe in, but I might believe in like in about a year or so.
It just started in August, and now it's worth like $2,300.
Oh God! See, now I feel like I'm already late to this project already.
Moody says Bitcoin is so volatile though. If you short Bitcoin, you could lose a lot of money before it goes down, if it ever does. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I really enjoy watching it. I don't care if it crashes or goes to 1 million. I love everybody losing their minds over it.
That's
every headline I read.
When I got this iPhone when we were in Edinburgh in August, that's the first app that I got. Like I got an app that looked on stocks and trades and stuff, and the first thing I got was Apple and Bitcoin. And honest to God, I've sat there and looked at Bitcoin like almost every single day. It's been so funny and yet so degrading and so annoying at the same time.
Because I trained you to do it while we were together.
Yeah, I know.
You got to where you would nudge me and go, "What's it at?"
Literally, I would text you every day and go, "What's it now? What's it now?"
Yeah, but now you own a little bit, so you feel like you're invested. So you have a passport now. You might be able to come with us to Germany next year.
The flights are bought. The passport's coming in about a week or two's time.
Oh no, I know you're going to be here. Yeah, you're going to be here for the Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm going to be here. Yeah.
So we're doing a Super Bowl meetup. Spoiler? We're doing a Super Bowl meetup February 2nd through 5th. If you want to come hang out with us, just get on the Facebook group. Let us know. At nobodylikesonias.com/Facebook. We're just going to watch the game, drink, do a show.
And I'm going to try and understand what American football is. I've still no fucking clue, but...
Are you going to bet? Are you going to make bets? Because that's when it's fun.
Yeah, I'll just, like I said, I'll give you money or someone else money and they can make bets for me. I've no clue what American football is or what it does or how it happens. I just know it lasts about, 5 or 6 hours and that's about me, really.
Yeah, Moody says Bitcoin's so volatile that you could lose a lot of money, but he doesn't understand that like now that people can buy futures in it, like richer people than anybody who's ever been able to invest in Bitcoin can now fuck with the whole market. So they could move the market.
I just bought a tenth of percent of a Bitcoin 0.1 just for fun. Really, I could have bought a lot more, but I just bought that for, like I said to you, an experiment. Really, just to see where it would go.
Somebody said Mikey's.
Looking back, I wish I bought more.
Oh yeah,
it would have been so much more beneficial to me.
Oh, you think? Remember when it was 2,500 and you were going to buy one and you were like,
yeah. Yeah, you live and learn, I suppose.
Yeah. What if I told you I have 3 new coins that I think people should buy? You guys ready for my picks?
If I told you that there's an Irish lottery that's giving me one whole Bitcoin for 14 million this weekend that I'm playing for, that I'm not going to win, obviously, but it's literally in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland, they're actually playing Bitcoins now for fun, just for lottery-wise, which is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening in this world anymore, which is fine. I'm good with it. The whole world's melting. You know, Omarosa's fired, so.
Well, that was almost just.
Yeah. Well, then that'll be fun. I'll see you. But I was saying maybe you can come to Germany to Oktoberfest with us.
That's going to be an issue because the fact that I'm taking off pretty much a week in February, and I'm going to have to take probably the 3 weeks off in August. Then I have to take 3 weeks off in September to go back to Ireland for my dad's birthday.
You don't have to take 3 weeks off in August. I can do without you.
I mean, you could. You probably could. But I'd rather actually be there. That's literally the only fun that I have.
Are you done moping around?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh, I've got so many stories to tell you. I can't wait to tell you when I get there.
Okay.
Literally about 5 weeks time.
Because if I have to watch you puppy dog sad faced stare at your ex across a beer garden again.
No, I have so many fun stories that have literally just happened in the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's been
as
great.
long as one involves that redhead Laura chick.
No, and by the way, I've been keeping in touch with her. She's been so much fun.
Yeah, I bet she has.
Not physically, no.
All right, go to bed. I got a show to
do. No, I should, because I'm up in 5 hours, and I should get back to sleep.
All right.
So so I'll see you probably at the end of January, I guess.
Yeah, we'll talk before then, man.
Yeah, probably will.
I gotta go. I'm in the middle of a show here. We can't do like long hugs goodbye.
You're actually doing a fucking show.
You piece of shit. All right, I hung up on him. That's how we deal with that. And we're out of there. Okay. That's Mikey. You guys remember Mikey. 19 new Uber scandals. I can't even get into it. I don't even want to talk about Uber tonight. Oh, I got a prediction. If you got a death pool, besides me, you want to know another safe bet? I'm telling you right now, make this prediction. John McCain. I give it a week. Now, nobody's talking about it. He's missing a vote. People know he's sick and things haven't been right for a while. They're hiding him. They're wheeling him in on a fucking hand truck like Hannibal Lecter, and this guy will be dead in a week. I don't know why I know that, but I just have a hunch. He's on the way out. So do it. Put a bet down. Go down to a casino. I don't know if they take those kinds of bets. Like, can I bet that John McCain dies soon? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know how it works. In the vein of Netflix, let me pull this up. This is the stuff I don't like Netflix doing. They don't need to bow down and do this petty shit. This is petty shit. Look at this.
Are you serious?
Meet Connor. Meet
Been
Camilla.
together for just under 6 years.
My favorite show right now, Santa Clarita Diet.
That casual.
All right.
They are the ultimate ride or die couple. I thought we were.
Oh. Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. My favorite.
The secret to a healthy marriage is never let your wife go to bed hungry.
I think you meant angry.
Common mistake. Really, it's all about unconditional love.
Yeah, and you need that.
So for people that don't understand what's going on,
Messy.
it's Drew Barrymore and whoever this guy is. There's a show called the Santa Clarita Diet. I don't watch it. It's a Netflix show. This guy Connor and his girlfriend Camilla think they're on a reality show for Netflix, and they sit them down in front of a TV and put on this show on Netflix. And it comes up, and it's Drew Barrymore and this guy from what's the guy name? I can't even fucking think of his name. He's like a poor man's Josh Duhamel. You know what I'm talking about? He's a well-known actor. I just can't think of his fucking name now. And now they're talking about keys to a successful marriage. You know, or something like that. And then you hear Connor's voice, the guy who's sitting there watching with his fiance from behind the camera.
Messy. Like you can be up to your hips with shit you never imagined. With the woman you unconditionally love.
Joel is always there for me. He is my rock and my best friend and my lover and my...
McCain Futures. Yes, let's get on that. Or McCain No Futures.
Look out.
Any other questions, Connor?
No. Well, I have one actually, but it's not for you guys.
What?
This question, actually, if you wouldn't mind.
Shut up.
This one's for my girlfriend Camilla.
Well, then...
Now he's on the video with Drew Barrymore.
First of all, Camilla, surprise.
Surprise.
Second of all, I have a question for you.
Get ready.
I think I'll
He
actually...
grabs a ring off the shelf behind her.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I know. Stand up.
Are you kidding me?
No. I've been lying to you a little bit, babe.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
I don't even know what's coming, but are you crying?
It's not a show, babe. It's not real. It's all for you.
Are
It's
you
all...
kidding me?
No.
Are you kidding?
Babe, it's
Wow.
awesome being your boyfriend. But if you're cool with it, I'd rather be your husband.
Of course. Of course. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Are you serious?
Netflix super secret proposal, they call this.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Congratulations.
They're opening champagne.
Congratulations, Camilla.
Drew Barrymore said my name.
I know. Good job, man. We knew you had it in you.
All this is a
I'm
Netflix.
engaged.
Finally.
Finally. He did a really good job.
Because their first date was binging Netflix together. So he got with Netflix. They did this proposal, and it's a big promo for the Santa Clarita Diet. Am I going to watch it now? Totes. Most defs. No, probably not. But I don't think Netflix needs to be cranking out shit like this. I don't think it's good. Like, it doesn't match their fucking brand of just putting out good shit. Like, just put out good stuff. You spend $8 billion a year or whatever in original entertainment. Like, you just stand by your shit. Like, I don't know why you need to pump out viral videos. Like, this feels like something dog shit. It doesn't feel right, right? Like, it feels sketchy and weird. And this, But I'm telling you, you got to go watch this documentary, Discovering Bigfoot. It is so bad. And it's like they've got like drone shots and stuff, and whoever's operating the drone doesn't know like how to like adjust the exposure and stuff. So you're just getting like washed out sky. It's on like auto exposure. So like as it lifts out of the trees, it like gets brighter and darker. Like it's just weird. It's all shit. You know, they don't have a clue what they're doing. This thing looks like it was fucking put together by a team of idiots. And this guy drags these two scientists out in the thing, and he just shows them like 9 different footprints from Bigfoot. And he's like, put your foot in it. Feel how compressed that is? That'd have to be a heavy thing to make that, right? So now, huh? Do you believe now, Bigfoot? Huh? And they're just like, yeah, I mean, we're not seeing any. Like, yeah, I mean, it appears to be. And then they would have like these trees like all lean together into like these weird, dumb, shitty teepee like structures. And then they'd be like, look at these structures they're building. And they would put apples out like on the trees. And they would come back the next day and the apples would be gone. And he's like, yeah, it's like I'm leaving them a gift. And that's why they don't hurt me. Like this guy is so out of his mind and full of himself with dog shit. Just garbage. And by the way, they're not like even sleeping out in the woods every night. Like they like go back to town. So this guy just comes out and gets the apples and makes new fucking footprint. You know what I mean? Like it's so dumb. It's so dumb. He's clearly got him and a couple other people, you know, like they found this one area in the fucking remote wilderness in Canada or somewhere where this, you know, pack of, he's like 3 to 5 of them, you know, these Bigfoot creatures live there. I'm like, you're out of your mind with this shit. You're out of your mind with it. Like, and they talk so rationally. That's the thing. Like everything else about these people will be so rational, but it's a dog shit documentary. And they act like from the beginning, like you're going to come out of this changed. You will believe in it. And it's just, think about like bird watchers. Okay, you ever see that movie The Big Year with Steve Martin and Jack Black? But they do this. These people, like these bird watchers, they try to go out and see who can see the most species of bird every year, like hundreds and hundreds of birds. Like, and then you know about these birds and you have to go find them. Like, if there was anything out there, these people, these enthusiasts would have it. How do you have no HD footage? Oh, this guy also says he does have HD footage, 20 times optically zoomed, of 2 or 3 Bigfoot heads, but they're clearly just like very low quality masks, like ape masks. They're ridiculous, and they just stand still and blink, and it's just like, what is going on? It is worth the watch, just because it's so dog shit. Just because it's so bad, I would recommend give it a watch. But they're slipping on some of that stuff. And I don't think getting into this viral video business where you like promote people getting married and stuff, that's not going to help anybody with anything. Okay, there is really funny one I do want to watch here. Woman appears to get angry at Starbucks at customers for speaking Korean. This one I really like. First of all, I love that it's now a time and a place where you go into a Starbucks or something like this, and it's all run by like 22 and 23-year-olds. Even like the manager will be 22 and 23. And just to see like that age of person with no self-confidence or, you know, any kind of like fucking personality or discipline. Like, it's just funny to see them try to act adult. It's very funny. But you'll see it in this video. Woman hates these people talking Korean around her, this white woman. Just watch this Spectrum ad, guys. If you want internet service and you've been thinking about Spectruming, you're going to love Spectrum.
There are no contracts and no termination fees. Get Spectrum TV, internet.
You're going to get Spectrum for just $29.99 a month, guys. Oh, and then it switches to mono. Okay, I gotta fucking turn this up then and crush it in post. Sorry, it's so low in mono. You heard it. The commercial was in stereo. That's dope.
Oriental. I hate it.
I'm sorry, but they're allowed to speak that language.
You know what? President Obama said that everyone here in America and enjoying America should speak English.
She said they're Oriental and I hate it. And she said President Obama said everybody here in America enjoying America should speak English.
Encounter caught on cell phone video inside this Walnut Creek Starbucks Sunday shows a woman who absolutely did not want to hear other customers speaking in Korean.
그 에세이는 이렇게 쓰는 게 좋을 것 같아요.
That might have been one of the sentences the woman heard from Sean Lee, who was tutoring a community college student, Annie. That sentence basically means we might need to brainstorm this way and write the essay that way.
Out of nowhere, we didn't provoke her, we were just minding our own business. This lady just suddenly says, "Don't you dare say that again."
At first, they didn't realize the woman was talking to them because she was a complete stranger. Annie pulled out her phone and hit record. For a while, the woman tried to hide her face behind her binder.
If they want to sit and be quiet, that'd be great.
If you don't want to hear it, they're welcome to be here. They're doing nothing wrong. You're the one that's causing an issue.
The other voice you heard was one of 2 Starbucks baristas who came to Annie's defense. They politely asked the complaining woman to leave, but she refused, so they called police.
This was actually my very first time interacting with someone like this, and that's why I was even more surprised. I mean, like, I see videos like this online.
Then it shouldn't be a thing. Can I just say that then? Like if you're Asian and you're 20 and you've never encountered any kind of racism in your life, then just look at this, go, that was a weird day, and then move on with your life. I don't know if we need to be on the news talking about this. Shouldn't be a thing. I mean, put the video up of the woman. That's crazy. I love people acting nuts in public. That is fun. But we don't need a victim in this story.
You know, I see it on the news, but it's not something I'd ever imagined happening to me or anyone I know.
Lee says the woman didn't say much more until police arrived, but then again berated Annie as officers finally got the woman to leave. The video has gotten over 100,000 views and comments very supportive of Lee and his student. He hopes the surprising conversation will spread awareness and help erase some ignorance.
The whole video of her is great. Maybe we'll do that on a PM in the AM. But the entire video of that
When it comes to getting the best
is great. Is really, really good. She says some crazy shit. Also calling people Oriental. I love little stuff like that. I love little dumb. Like if you call people just slightly a different name. Like I was talking earlier about Bitcoin in our nerd segment. And there is a fork of Bitcoin called Bitcoin Cash. And some people call it Bcash. People who believe in the original Bitcoin call Bitcoin Cash Bcash to shit on it. And it makes Bitcoin Cash people so insane. And I really think that's probably the biggest problem with our entire world. Is that everybody... I don't know when it became a... less of an active society and more of a reactive society. Something switched at some point, you know, and now we all love to react. We all love to be affected. Everybody loves to let everything affect them. And it's not a healthy mindset or way to go through things. And it might sound nuts. I think, you know, I love that celebrities are attacking each other now, like trying to out politically correct one another. They're just it's a little fucking weird. It's a little weird because it's not even about the thing it's about. It's this meta layer of concern and involvement and self-victimization. It's like this weird, I don't even know how to, it's another level now that we're living at that I can't even describe. And it's beyond the liking likes and, you know, posting to be a part of something. It's beyond that now because it really is like a feeling that people love to let everything affect them, whether it affects them or not. I'm not saying that the things you're letting affect you aren't serious things. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be adjusted or fixed. I'm not saying we live in some perfect society and that the concerns amongst the people aren't genuine concerns, of course. I don't know if us screaming at everybody and pointing fingers and saying we're victims all the time, I don't know if that's helping really secure any kind of solution for anybody. It's just I'm beyond it. I can't even wait to check out of this world. Like, if you hear about me dying in a couple years, don't even miss a beat. Don't even feel bad about it. I can't even imagine giving 0 fucks. Just don't even worry about it. It's a great window of time to be born. I don't need, imagine being born back in the old West where they didn't have milkshakes or air conditioning. But imagine being in the future. Look where the fuck we are. We're out of our minds. We're out of our minds. I was across the street from a shootout today in Las Vegas. I still don't know what happened with that. I got to look it up. I was just out taking care of some stuff before my boyfriend Sheffrey comes into town. And across the street, I see one cop car go flying down, and then another one, and then another one. And I was like, oh shit. And I waited for more, and nothing happened for like a minute. And I was like, oh, okay. And then 2 more, and then 2 ambulances. And then I got in my car and I drove like down a block, and there's like tape around this entire shopping center. There's like 50 police cars, SUVs, cop cars, like all kinds of everything. And they're all like on one side of their car, like somebody has a gun on the other side and they're using their car for a shield. The fuck are we doing? We're just in a world now. And by the way, everyone is just pissed that they can't get into the grocery store. Nobody's even concerned with what's happening. We're out of our minds with this shit. It's not, and it's not going to get better. This whole thing of like everybody waiting for somebody to come along and make it better, whether it was Obama with his hope or Trump with his get 'em Mexicans. I don't know. It's not going to be better. There's no better. How could it ever be better? How could it ever be better now that we have Alexa listening to everything we say and everybody can post anything? Everybody's a goddamn reporter. Everybody can tweet everything. You really expect this to get better? You're out of your minds. You're out of your minds. There's no bet. It's never going to get better. You will never have any more privacy. The things people know about you right now, that is the least they will ever know. Tomorrow they will know more about you. And in one day, your Facebook or your Google or your Tesla will be hacked and everything you do will be out. And then it'll just be out. And you think like, how could that, like that would be a disaster. It won't be, because everyone's will be out. And that'll just be the world we live in. And then we'll all live in a world, and you already see it happening. You go outside, you already see it happening, where everyone starts to put on this fake, politically correct, generally acceptable, non-offensive, non-abrasive, vanilla act of a personality, semblance of some sort of life, where we all go out, we all wear, not offensive colors and nothing too bright or jarring to the eyes. We're gonna get there. And we all go out and we pretend, and then somebody gets, when somebody gets arrested for saying the N-word, because that'll be illegal, and then when somebody gets, when the next Tiger Woods, it comes out that he slept with 14 different waitresses down at Roxy's Diner, we'll all go, how could he do it? I don't know, because pussy is great. That's how. Like, what are we all doing? Like, yeah, powerful men cheat on their wives because we're men and we're sexual creatures and it's addictive. Like that. How could he do that? Because he's an animal. Because we're all animals. We're all stupid and nobody's learning from anything. We're all insane. We're really insane. This has not been a helpful rant, but just the fact that you all think there's hope out there. No. Everybody with a Bitcoin will be fine. Nobody else will live. Or Bitcoin Cash. I can't. it's not going to get better. Like, you're delusional to think it's not going to get better. And I'm not saying your life will be miserable or disaster. I'm just saying, like, we have taken this. Imagine, like, the whole framing of America and our Constitution and, like, how we thought a society should be built as a Rubik's Cube. And we put it together and we said, this looks right. This looks right. Let's try that. And then we, you know, ran with it for a few years. And we're like, it's not quite right. Let's make an addendum here, an addendum there. Add on this. Let's peel this sticker off, move it over here. Well, now it's just a scattered jumble of shit. And we just keep adding squares and moving stickers and shifting shit over and making exceptions. And now the thing is so large. First of all, nobody can even hold it to tell you what it is. And it doesn't even look like a Rubik's Cube. It looks like some sort of tumor that Skrillex designed. And then, you know, you're never going to get it back to this streamlined, smooth system that has like some sort of intention behind it, because this thing has been just jack fucked to shit. And then it comes out today, you know, the U.S. government said today that North Korea was behind that WannaCry virus. It also had a Bitcoin exploitation component to it. You know, blackmail virus that would lock your computer down. So North Korea, it's like we're sitting around going like, how could somebody use the N-word or not call her by her preferred pronoun? And North Korea is developing hacking weapons. Everyone else is playing at a different level than we're playing at. We're all sitting around going like, you didn't let that homeless person have the right to speak up about, you know, the amount of pollen in the air. And then we fire a politician because of that. Meanwhile, Putin's over here just going like, this is fucking amazing. We're all out of our minds. We must be out of real problems in this country. Like, everything must be solved. That we have the time to sit around and be mad at Matt Damon for sticking up for men in Hollywood that he knows, saying that most men in Hollywood don't do that. And then women come out and go like, "How dare you?" And or what was her? Oh, Minnie Driver, who was in the movie Saving Private, whatever his name, professor's name was. What was that movie? How about them apples? With the dead Robin Williams. Anyway, like, she came out and said, "You will never understand what it's like to be an abused woman." And it's like, that's true, but it's true about any experience where it's impossible for the other person to experience it. It's like, yeah, you'll never know what it's like to be a man. I'll never know what it's like to be a woman. Let's move past that. It kind of cancels each other out. It doesn't do any good to just, it's very shitty to, first of all, nothing he said offended anyone or took anything away from any woman who's been abused. He just said most of his friends in Hollywood would be appalled at that behavior, and that there are plenty of good, in fact, the fact that, you know, we keep hearing names and it's like, holy shit, when does it end? It's like 20 people, max. I don't know if you could name 10. You could probably name 10. Could you name 20? Okay, well, there's fucking hundreds and thousands of people in Hollywood. Now, I get it. There's probably still 1,000 more to come out. But it really isn't everyone. And all Matt Damon said is, it's not everyone. And then Minnie Driver goes, you'll never know what it's like to be an abused woman. You shouldn't say. And it's like, that's an easy cop-out, because that shuts the argument down. There's no where else to even go in the conversation if that's how you're going to shut the other person down. Like, you'll never know what it's like to be this, so you don't have the right to talk. I love when people say that too. Men should just stop talking. They don't even have a right to speak about this. It's like, everybody has a right to speak about anything. That's a stupid statement. You know, it's not good. It's not going good for anybody. I do, if you are hopeful about everything, though, I do hope and wish you the best. We're not going to do this one tonight. Hold on. What happened? Let's do Omarosa. I really do want to talk about Omarosa. This bitch fired. from the White House. I do love that everybody has their token black now. You remember Donald Trump hired Omarosa. She's famous from being on The First Apprentice and just being a loud, crazy black woman. Well, Omarosa has been around Donald Trump for a while. She came back on Celebrity Apprentice. Then she got hired in his White House as an advisor. I don't know what you'd want to be advised on by Omarosa Manigault. Great last name. And then
every critic,
some more came out about her.
Every detractor will have to bow down to President Trump. It's everyone who's ever doubted Donald, whoever disagreed, whoever challenged him.
Wow.
Ultimate revenge.
Get on that train, girl.
The most powerful man in the universe.
Well, last night, as voters dealt President Trump an astonishing rebuke in Alabama, his longtime supporter, Omarosa Manigault, was reportedly trying to barge into the White House residence to plead for her job. April Ryan of American Urban Radio Network's reporting that Chief of Staff John Kelly told Manigault it was time for her to go. Wall Street Journal reported that Manigault's departure was abrupt, according to a White House official who said that Manigault was physically dragged and escorted off the campus. There are conflicting stories around the former Apprentice star's departure. The White House put out a brief statement saying that she resigned and their last day will be January 20th. One administration official told the Daily Mail that Manigault left because of the failed Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore, who said America was last great when
just wait.
Enslaved
it's worth it.
People. Tonight, CBS News is reporting that Omarosa took her last-ditch appeal to reverse her dismissal all the way to the first family.
Even went so far as to appeal to Ivanka Trump, the president's daughter, to ask to keep her job. She didn't get the answer she wanted. She
was fired, and rumors are she tried to bust into the Oval Office to plead with Donald Trump for her job.
Going into the White House residence, at which point she tripped the alarms. Now, presumably she was going to try to speak to the president. What we know, though, is that in tripping the alarms, it did anger Chief of Staff John Kelly, who had her escorted out of the premises.
Regardless of who you believe, the list of White House departures was already long before today, very long, and now it's amazingly one name longer. Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching.
Why is this not the clip I wanted?
YouTube.
This one is the one I want. Robin Roberts saying, "Bye, Felicia." Black women hate Omarosa. They hate her. And
Good thing Omarosa already sent out her Christmas tweet because she won't be dreaming of a White House Christmas next year.
Bye, girl.
Barbara Walters.
Goodbye, good riddance, goodbye.
Her departure was displayed on a mock executive order. The Daily Show asked, who will be the next to go on the Celebrity President? But as she leaves her $180,000 a year White House job, many are left wondering.
What the is Omarosa doing in the White House? I typed in, what is Omarosa doing in the White House? The first result is an article that says, no one knows what Omarosa is doing in the White House, even Omarosa.
Reports that she caused a scene leaving. Reports Omarosa denied, left anchors agog.
To get her out of here.
What?
That's awesome!
Omarosa implied she'd spill the beans in a book.
And when I can tell my story, it is a profound story.
Yeah, she's saying that she has some dirt, and when she tells her story, bombshells. So we'll see.
The world will want to hear.
ABC's Robin Roberts couldn't resist.
She said she has a story to tell, and I'm sure she'll be selling that story. We'll see. Well, yeah, she will. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Based on a dismissive kiss-off delivered by the rapper Ice Cube in the movie Friday.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Omarosa fired back at Roberts in a text message to Inside Edition.
That was petty. It's a black woman's civil war.
Let's take a moment as Omarosa bows out to recall her comments about bowing down.
Every detractor will have to bow down to President Trump.
Omarosa had to bow down.
You're fired.
The 3 previous times she got the boot on The Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice.
You know, I've always been a big Omarosa fan, but Omarosa, you're fired.
Yeah! Some pretended to be morose about Omarosa.
Marosa.
But when Omarosa is gone, who will do all the nothing? Jeannie Mo, CNN.
Jobs, jobs, jobs.
New York.
Award-winning business.
There it is. So that bitch fired 180,000. The president, when I was growing up in the 90s, the president made 250,000 a year. I think he makes 400,000 now. She almost made what the president made like 20 years ago. What does this woman do? Do you know who Omarosa is? Do people know what she's famous for? Omarosa, best of. This is just a woman who created wild moments. Omarosa compilation of attacks 2017. So this is current.
You all have gotten to know him as a business mogul,
Just another sponsperson, as far as I can tell, a talking head for him.
now as the president of the United States.
Can't make it up.
But I know him. I know it's got to burn your blood.
Anybody can be president. He proved it.
It's got to be really. Joy, I know it's got to be really, really hard after, the last year and a half of all the things that you said about Donald to see him sitting in the Oval Office. I know it's got to be hard for you. He's my husband. He's going to be my husband in April.
That's right.
And I'm so happy that he's here with me. And he brings me
Where's
such
the
joy.
fights? It said it was fights.
You one day can find that kind of joy,
Attacks.
in your life.
Wow. Okay.
He has not laid out a plan.
She's just a cold bitch.
Black Lives Matter, the inner city issues in the economy.
How do we
that
go
have to do
from
with
Iraq
the-
to Black Lives Matter? Stay focused, Tamara.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, Omarosa. Nobody thinks George W. Bush
My
is
name
at
is
fault.
Omarosa.
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 Yes, so when Tamara says that Donald Trump
Tamara,
grosses
it's
out and it's not
Tamara.
substantiated, it's the same difference, boo. You want to come on with big boobs, then you deal with the pronunciation of your name. Look, Donald Trump stands firm on what his
It's just a
position is
trashy.
going into Iraq.
What's your opinion of the retweet of the Heidi Cruz and Melania Trump pictures?
Well, I don't think we should start there. We should start with the fact that Super PAC that supports
No.
Cruz
I want to
started
know.
to attack
I want to know
Donald
what your
Trump's
opinion
wife.
is. I'm not going to let you do that.
And Don, let
I'm
me
not
just
going to
say,
let
I'm
you do
going to
that.
answer that.
Omarosa, stop.
I'm going to answer that because let me
Omarosa,
tell you.
They hate her. Everybody hates her.
Everybody, cut the mics. Everybody.
She's like Piers Morgan.
I want everyone on this panel to answer the question directly. Then I will let
But
you.
you can ask questions, but you can't answer them, Don.
Okay.
You can ask them, but
Well, she's so dumb. She's so dumb.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
You're an absurd celebrity wannabe.
and you're a never been, so that's the word. I'd rather be a has been than a never was.
I edited.
Pierce, welcome to our war room. Welcome.
Oh, she poured water on Piers Morgan's head.
Can you spell my name right?
What is your name?
So I'm project manager.
Piers, like a peer.
P-I-E-R-S.
Oh, an S. Oh, my bad.
I want to just spell my name right, Omarosa, yeah? Because I am the project. Okay.
There you go.
So you really
Yeah, she's a trashy ghetto bitch.
His weak spot.
She's like Cookie from Empire in real life, but in real. Okay, we are gonna cut this off. We're gonna do an after show. I know the Queef Squad wants to yell at me about something. And then we are gonna have more shows this week. So try to do 1 or 2 shows with Chef, and we'll try to do 2 p.m.s in the a.m.s, maybe 3 p.m.s in the a.m.s with Chef in the morning. We'll drag him in here and make him wake up for an hour with everybody and talk. Because it's been a while since you guys had some Chef. Even when I go to Florida, I generally don't rope Chef into doing shows. So we are going to make him come in here and perform for you guys a little bit. Because it's worth it. Somebody send me the Hangout link in Messenger if there is a Hangout link. And we'll talk to the rest of you soon. Thank you for putting up with my sickness. I've been a very, very gassy boy. And we'll be right back with the after thing. Oh, yeah. Join the Overdose if you want to get access to the after show stuff. NobodyLikesAliens.com/overdose. $10 a month. It's how the show survives. And God knows we need your money to pay my Amazon bills. Bye.